Centers for Disease Control. This equates to over 10 million women and men being victimized each year. 1 in 4 women will become a victim of domestic violence during their lifetime, and greater than 90% of the injuries sustained are to the face, neck, and head.
Ooh,
In a study conducted by the New York State Office for the Prevention of Domestic Violence, which examined women in 3 domestic violence shelters, researchers found 92% of the women questioned had been hit in the head by their partners more than once.
Yep.
83% were hit in the head and shaken severely.
Times there by 20 years.
8% were hit in the head over 20 times in the preceding year. In addition to being struck in the head or neck, other common causes of brain injury associated with domestic violence include being pushed against the wall or other surface,
Oh, yeah.
being thrown down a flight of stairs,
His favorite
being
pastime.
subject to shaking or strangulation, being subject to suffocation because of the head and face being pushed against the mattress or pillow. A victim of domestic violence may sustain a traumatic brain injury with no obvious signs of trauma, and they are never evaluated or treated for this injury.
Nah, because I'm still smarter than him.
Constant headaches, mood and behavior issues, and cognitive impairments are frequently reported and observed in domestic violence survivors. But all too frequently, the underlying cause of their difficulties is not identified, and their signs and symptoms are simply ignored.
Yep.
Why? Because despite all the knowledge we have
There's no
accumulated
health
about
insurance.
traumatic brain injury, law enforcement, our judicial system,
Oh, they're
our
usually
medical system, and even domestic violence shelters still do not universally screen for TBI when domestic violence is suspected or reported. As an attorney and advocate for brain injury survivors, I'm concerned the victims of domestic violence are frequently abused again by the civil justice system.
Oh, yeah.
When a
And then
domestic
some.
violence victim appears in court for a protective order or seeking custody of her children,
Yeah.
she may be late to court or miss a required appearance date or may not articulate crucial facts because of her cognitive impairment,
Or he has all the money for the attorneys.
because of behavioral and emotional trauma associated with her brain injury. A domestic violence survivor may be accused of poor parenting skills and be deprived of custody. Emotional outbursts in court may cause judges and others to view the victim with skepticism
Or he gets the kids to
and
lie for
dismiss
him.
their arguments. And although care, support, and rehabilitation is required following a brain injury, abusive spouses are rarely ordered to pay for needed treatment. Law enforcement personnel must be educated about the signs and symptoms of brain injury.
That's not going to do any good if they're friends with your
Proper
ex.
screening of domestic violence victims needs to take place in physicians' offices, in urgent care centers, and in emergency departments. Domestic violence shelters need to screen all those seeking assistance for traumatic brain injury. The matrimonial bar needs to learn more about traumatic brain injury because they are frequently in a position to make necessary referrals for treatment
Never even
and
heard of
inform
them.
the court system of the peculiar problems that their clients are facing when they come to court.
The heck's the matrimonial board?
The judiciary needs to understand the physical, cognitive, emotional, and behavioral signs and symptoms of TBI and treat domestic survivors with dignity and respect.
Good luck with that one.
All survivors of domestic violence must be screened for various forms of physical abuse that can lead to brain injury. A special screening tool known as HELPS aids in determining whether a victim of domestic violence should be seen by a qualified medical provider for further evaluation. Here are questions that should be asked by all those who interact with victims of domestic violence. Did your partner ever hit you in the face or head?
Yes.
And if so, with what? Did your partner ever slam your head on another object?
All the
Or
time.
push you so hard that you fell and hit your head?
Yeah. Hip, back.
Did your partner ever shake you?